Hey everybody, welcome to a video where you can come along with me as I ride my horse through around the hayfield and we work on exercising him for the day and also riding a little bit in this arena. So stay tuned, that's what you're watching next. So this is phase one of Reno's exercise today. We're going to start by walking around the flat field, which we just walked that path right there. Hopefully you could have seen that in my glasses. Oh, if you can't, now you can. And then we are going to continue walking up the first hill. When we were young, we used to run up the hills a lot. And we're still going to do some canter uphill work, but I don't want him to get the assumption that that's what we're going to do first. So we're going to walk up the first one, and then we'll start entering phase two, which will be some trotting. Phase three will be some cantering. Phase four will be the cool down. Okay, so we've been walking for about 15 minutes. We've gone up and downhill. Now we're going to start some trot sets, and we're going to do little trots for a little while just to check in with our responsiveness, make sure our brakes are still where we want them. That's not quite a trot. There's a trot. Easy. I'm using my legs and my vocal command and a little bit of the seat. Easy. When I ask for the slow down, I'm using a little bit of hands and seat. And I want to be sure I actually feel him slow down. It's like here I feel him wanting to push. Hands forward. Good boy. Crooked there. We'll continue trotting up the rest of this hill because I know he wants to, but we're not going to break to canter because I also know he wants to do that. Easy. Then we'll walk. We'll repeat those for about 5 minutes. It's a helicopter. Do you ever just want to wave and be like, hey, do you see me down here? Okay, so this is our first, well, we're back to that same uphill. Remember how I said I wanted to walk up it last time? Now I want to trot up it this time, but I want to stay in this trot because I don't want to break the canter, but I want him to, you know, it's easier for him to canter up this than it is for him to trot up it. No. So I want him to keep recruiting the trot muscle groups. Treat! Keep recruiting those muscles for trot. There's the second time he broke the canter. And the next hill we can canter, but this one we need to trot. Yeah, see there he lost steam anyways. I didn't even ask anything. So some horsemanship tips. If you're new to riding, never run your horse towards home because that will start a very, very strong desire to get home quickly, and that can become a really dangerous situation if you are not aware of how to ask that horse to come back down all the way to a walk or a healthy trot. So like right now I'm pointed towards home, but this isn't the same as just blasting on a straight line towards home. And also I already checked all of my brakes basically, like I trotted him towards home or maybe just other directions, and I asked him to consistently keep transitioning down and stay listening to me and stay connected to me. So if I have those things checked, then we're good. Let's trot up this hill too. He was getting down that, oops, I asked him to trot too soon. Don't canter. Because if he wants to canter, he's just throwing himself up this hill. You want to have a little, when you're going uphill, you can hinge a little bit further forward at your hips to be balanced on your horse's back as you're traveling uphill. Okay, so we're going to get ready to canter up this gradual hill right here. It's really not much of a hill, but we trotted it last time. That's where we started our little trot. So I'm going to ask for my trot here. And I'm going to be sure I have some inside leg on here so he doesn't just run. Oh my gosh, there's a big branch. So he doesn't just run into it. Okay, and then my specific canter cue. Good boy. Easy. I am half holding him. Half halt, half halt, half halt. Good boy. Half halt. There. He can go the last bit because he's gonna lose his gas. Good boy. Easy. And then we come all the way back down to a walk. No, a walk. Good. That's the thing about cantering. It can cause more adrenaline for horse and rider, so you always need to have a reset. So when we cantered up the hill a moment ago, he was on the left lead. So I'm going to work a little bit on the right lead here in the arena now because it's freshly groomed and I kind of want to use it to wrap up our canter ring for this exercise session. So we'll do a couple transitions of it, but mainly we're just going to we'll do a couple transitions of it, but mainly we're just going to work on some duration. There, he just actually asked if he could come down to trot. That's fine because he just had a big trip. So the last phase today is going to be the cool down. So we're going to walk it out a little bit, and we might even change locations somewhere else to do our walking. And we're going to wait until his respirations and his temperature seems to return a little bit more to normal. We will also probably spray him off depending on how sweaty he is to help that temperature return to normal. And then he will be turned out for the night, and that's what he will have done. The whole thing probably took around maybe 45 minutes, maybe less. I'm not sure. I forgot to put a timer on it, so I don't know. But that's what he did today, and tomorrow we'll probably do some stuff in the arena, or we'll take a longer, different trail ride. All right, thanks for watching. See you guys later.